What's up, y'all? Welcome to the podcast, Metaphorically Slutty. This is your host, Daisy, and thanks for joining in. It is 1 a.m. and on 1010. 1 a.m. on 1010. So 10101010 is a necessary number, angel number combination right here that needs to be spoke about. And I'll speak about that a little bit. But first things first, thank you guys for joining me. And if you will, pretty daisies, take a deep breath with me. Take a deep breath in, all the way into your diaphragm. Breathe out through your mouth. And you can do that a couple more times if you would like. Breathe out. Another one. And breathe out. Now, you can also pause it. Thank you guys for joining me in that. You can also pause it if you want to take longer. Because I know some people, like myself, be so busy throughout the day, and when I listen to a message that remind me to breathe, I'd be like, hold on, you talking too much, be quiet. Like, because it's like I finally get a chance to get that quiet time. So pause it. Do yourself a favor and pause it, and you can just rewind this video and check it out on your own time. But take care of yourself and look out for yourself. So here we are, people, ladies and gentlemen, fairies and gnomes, archangels, and okay, that's enough. All right, so this message today, I've been fine-tuning, receiving the messages from Spirit, and I'm gonna channel this. I'm channeling this message. I probably would say that the topic will probably be named "Just Be a Man About It." And you may ask, like, why is it called "Just Be a Man About It"? I'm gonna get to it. But also Transformers, in parentheses. If you have been going through periods of gang stalking, this is for you, especially for you. And I say that with a little hesitation or with a little drab in my voice, because personally, that's not something I like to talk about. But when you are obedient to your promptings, you know that it is bigger than you. So you proceed in a way that's necessary for your healing and for your light to be of assistance and healing for others who are receptive to it. So that's that. And thank you for being here, and I just want to send my love to you if you are going through that. I be sending prayers to y'all. I be sending so many prayers to y'all and love to y'all, people who be going through that. And of course, it's because I know what it is to go through it. But the good news is that if you're going through gang stalking, there's a reason why you're going through it. And the reason is that what I've learned is that you're a mastermind. You have a mastermind. And as simple as this is, as simple as I'm gonna put this, and I know that it seemed like it's crazy, it can't be that simple. Going through gang stalking is a part of an initiation to you mastering your mind. The thing is that some of you may even feel like, some of you may feel crazy. It may feel like you're on the brink of crazy or the brink of losing your mind or on the brink of being in some sort of mental institution. But even if that was to happen, that's not your end. Even if you were to experience that, that's not your end. Some of you, and let me preface this with this first. I am not a professional doctor. So if you feel like you need help, I would suggest you go to a therapist, go get help from a professional. I'm just a spiritualist that read cards for entertainment purposes only. So, and if you know, you know. So, some of you have a gift of multiple personalities. And that gift of multiple personalities can put you in different consciousness or different dimensions and experiencing different timelines at one time. And that may sound wild, but some of you know that you have experienced things that's beyond deja vu, that is more like a parallel universe, or that is more like you jumping from the past to the present to the future, coming back to the present, and you may not know how to ground yourself. Well, going through gang stalking, going through situations where people are pushing you to the edge is your initiation, because you've done this before in previous lifetimes. You've mastered it. And one of the things that you have mastered is feeling good. The thing is that when you're going through situations where people are invading your space and violating you spiritually, their whole reason for doing that is to get you grounded in their reality. But once you begin to explore and visualize your own reality and what you want to experience, how you want to experience it, it combats their reality that they're trying to ground you in. Not only does it snuff them out, but it also paralyzes them, because they're low vibrational energies and they're trying to get to where you are. You're expanding and you're full of expansion because you're a true soul. They don't have that right. They don't have that divine right. You have that divine right because it's inherited to you, because that's who you are naturally. You're an organic being. You're a supreme being. And you're learning what it is to step into your God form and your God likeness and your God divinity. And no one said this would be an easy task. And so what is being shared by you exploring good feelings, people talk about feeling good and affirmations and why they're so important. What you're exploring when you do that is you're also, when you begin to feel good, it almost muffles or relinquishes the power of the ego. The ego has been pretending to be you. The ego is an ideal aspect of yourself that you have created through not just this lifetime, previous lifetimes, which is more like a personality trait. Oh, you bougie, or you sadiddy, or you don't like when people do this, or you love when people do that, or you feel good when that person do that, or you don't, when person do that, you don't really like that, aggravates you. Those things that you're referring to is not really who you are. Those are personality traits that are part of the ego. It's a masked, masked aspect of who you are that we all have. It's sort of a character. It's not really who you are truly in your true divinity, in your true soul, in your true heart. It's not who you are, but it helps you navigate through the experiences of this 3D reality that we are in. But as you begin to elevate and expand on who you are and who you aspire to be, those parts of you that have been hanging on to you, that you've been hanging on to, has to fall off. And a lot of times there's a traumatic experiences that happen that is the catalyst, that is the reasoning that kick starts, that lights a match up under you to get into the process of releasing yourself from that. That's not easy. But it can be done successfully, gracefully for some. But just know your ego gonna put up a fight as you transform. And your ego gonna be trying to be that person who you know not good for you, but feels that void in space when you feel like you don't want to be alone. That person that lied to you when you know they lying to you, but you still invite them over. You still hang out with them. You still pick up the phone when you shouldn't. You still reply to that text. Because really what you want them to do is to relinquish you and let you go. But they won't ever do that because their attachment, a manifestation of an attachment that you have going on spiritually. And that attachment that you have going on spiritually is connected to the attachment you have to your ego. So when you have to relinquish that, it feels like there's a death that's happening. That's why they call it the ego death. And once you go through the ego death, you become okay with being alone. You become okay with not being fixated on trivial things to get you through your day. You're okay with answering to your own self and your own thoughts. You become okay with being sad or exploring the process of being sad. And mourning that you don't have many people around you. And mourning the fact that you have been going through cycles of having people in your life when they don't even deserve to be there, just for the sake of having company. That's an attachment. And you're relinquishing yourself from that. One of the things that you can help with that is to start visualizing. Even if you can visualize 10 minutes out of your day at the top or bottom of a certain hour, whatever hour you choose. Visualize yourself in a better space. Visualize yourself like you've already accomplished the goals that you have. For 10 minutes, just think about it. Just imagine it. Daydream for a second. Treat yourself to a daydream. and watch how your reality begins to mirror that. Because a lot of you that are going through negative experiences is because it's been programmed within you, some since childhood, some since in another lifetime, to awaken you to your truth at this particular moment in time. This is what you have been waiting for. This breaking out of that is what you've been waiting for, because you're the curse breaker, and this is you getting the tools to break the curse. Because you're loving up on your soul. The body is just a tool. The body is a physical manifestation of what it is to touch and feel and explore through you can call it like a vehicle. Or when some people say they get visits from aliens and spaceships and stuff like that, you can look at the body like that. Because what's being kept and not being spoken about is that when you going through awakening and you start to focus on your light body and not your physical body, you are really the alien that they speaking about. But for entertainment purposes, they have to make it seem like that it's something outside of you. But really, when you start to tap into really who you are, you become the invasion. Because the part of you that don't want to let go feels like you're invading its space. Get into a space where you can feel joy. Think about a time when you felt joy, you feel happy. Maybe it was a trip to Walmart you took to the store, some store. Maybe it was just hanging out with a friend, just chilling. Maybe it was a time you went to a park. Whatever it is, past, present, or future, think about something that brings you joy, that makes you laugh on mistake, when you don't even mean to laugh and you just kind of bust out laughing. Get into that space and remember that you deserve to be in that space more than once. You deserve to be in that space consistently. And watch how dramatically your life will change. And tell that old aspect of you, man, look, just be a man about it. You really don't want to be here. You just here because I'm allowing you to be here because you've taken up space. And it's time to transform. Until next time, guys, pretty daisies. Remember to have and appreciate your pretty days and to be in gratitude of your pretty days. Peace. Y'all, I had to jump right back on here because there are some higher beings and higher realms that want you to call on them. So some of y'all who are working with the God Creator Source, there's a Jesus consciousness or aspect, or Eshu Elegua of the crossroads. There's Archangel Michael, if I didn't mention that already. There's also your cosmic team. They're asking for you to call on them for assistance and help, whether big or small, whatever you feel like you need right now. Remember to call on them. Also, for some of you that are seeing the color purple, you can work with the violet flame by invoking the violet flame to purify you. Some of you guys need to listen to more music because it is going to put you in a better space. And some of you probably would do well by sun gazing or imagining a white light around you for protection, because you are protected. Okay, again, remember to have pretty days and nights, pretty daisies. Until next time, peace.